Hello everybody, this is PotterBrony and welcome to another blind reaction to Little Shy FIM's Everything Wrong With videos. This time he had released recently two Wonderbolts Academy videos. One in 4 minutes or less, and one which is a viewer suggested in 6 minutes or less. Not sure what the differences between them are going to be. If viewer suggested means everything that is wrong with it is stuff that people have sent him comments or messages for, and he's using our suggestions as opposed to his script that he came up with, or they came up with, whoever else is writer on that. I'm not entirely sure if anybody, if it's all just Little Shy FIM, or if it's a group of people doing the writing and all that. So yeah. Let's just get the first one, what looks like the regular one, in 4 minutes or less. Alright, and starting the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
You look like you're the worst flyer in the whole academy. You'll probably quit after the first day.
Pinky is absorbing Twilight to consume her energy. How strong is a hoof grip anyway? We're beyond asking how it works, but surely it has some limit. This animation glitch. Fame. This time-traveling pair comes dangerously close to meeting their past selves. This is Midnight Strike. She grew up in Cloudsdale and visited Ponyville. She liked it and started a home there. If this sounds like the introduction of an OC role-playing forum post, that's because it is. Spitfire is either breaking character by joking around and knows full well who Rainbow Dash is, and she's saved her life and met on multiple occasions, or Spitfire has the memory of a goldfish. The show has been having a lot of individual shots with terrible resolution recently. The lack of an inner boundary for this track. Repeating wing bump animation. The Equestria version of spamming F5.
I hear Princess Celestia's got her working on some new spells.
Because nothing fascinates Earth ponies more than new spells. Pinky's beer belly. Apparently, road rash is about as common as gloves in Equestria.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
It's maybe 6 seconds since release, but we hear Spitfire's stopwatch click 13 seconds ago. This episode sets the Academy record for number of Academy records.
That's an Academy record, and in record time, too. That's an Academy record.
Important-looking offense and important-looking paperwork suddenly becomes less important when you realize that she is signing autographs likely to sell in bulk.
Permission to enter, ma'am.
A bit late for that. This scene won the quietest exclamation while table slamming award.
Got it?
Lightning Dust has Sassaflash's cutie mark.
Lightning Dust and Rainbow Dash found the first flag!
She said to Lightning Dust and Rainbow Dash. Pinky's leg drops suddenly. Applejack unprofessionally makes eye contact with the camera, which is why she'll never move up as an actor. Trumpet can be heard before it's raised to mouth. This is an imposter. The real Rainbow Dash has magenta eyes.
I can't get around them!
Lightning Dust forgets that she is able to fly while currently doing so.
Not our fault, we're so much better than those other guys.
Season 6 had better have a heated debate between Lightning Dust and Starlight Glimmer. Twilight notices something out of her peripheral. 2 identical shots, one being mirrored. Applejack loses her hat, and then it magically appears on her head. Academy full of ponies training to be part of an elite rescue team don't immediately jump into action to carry out a basic rescue. Dash is clearly holding this cloud together, so the whole non-Pegasi on a cloud thing isn't a sin. However, needlessly launching them into the air is. Mare gestures as if she had something to say, then she remembers that background ponies aren't allowed to speak. Dash disapproves of time-honored brony tradition. Rainbow Dash is running low on euphemisms for killed.
That nearly demolished my friends! This could have been smashed to pieces. Nearly took out my friends.
Friends who are probably in restricted military airspace without clearance.
Being the best should never come
Interesting
at the
point.
expense of our fellow ponies.
But no expense of non-ponies is too great as long as it supports the equine master race. For being the best flyer here and beating our Academy record, you are hereby stripped of your rank and suspended from the premises. Come back when you've learned to be mediocre. Lens flare. This episode had drama behind the scenes over OCs being snuck in and later covered up during production. Apparently the fandom isn't alone in having an obsession with OCs, and I'm okay with that, and I'm not okay with that.
It's a twister!
So they were able to use the word twister, huh?
OC.
Yeah. What was that thing at the end? Alright, it was a good one there. One thing that I noticed, one little bit that I have issue with, his invention of a sin, so to speak. I'll explain that one. He's reading between the lines at what was not said to invent a sin. And that, you're just making shit up, man. It was funny, but the whole thing with it being okay to not really care about the safety of non-equines, non-pony folk, because of the equine master race and all that, is like, it's a funny bit, but yeah, it's you're completing a thought that didn't exist. But yeah, I know I'm nitpicking here myself, and that's the whole point of your videos, is to nitpick, but you're not. Yeah, you just invented something that there was no issue, and then you made an issue, but whatever. It's like, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna stop rambling on that one and pull up the second one. Alright, so here's the viewer suggested everything wrong with Wonderbolts Academy in 6 minutes or less. And starting the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cinemare Sins is approaching the 70th video, and for most of those videos, suggestions have been accepted from viewers just like you. However, of the dozens and sometimes even hundreds of suggestions, typically only a handful make it into the final script. Many wonder why that is so, and today, all will be answered. This special edition of Cinemare Sins contains every single unaltered suggestion for this particular episode. Don't worry, the regular version is already uploaded if you prefer that. Now, let's get to it.
Okay. Essentially what I thought it might have been.
Dun, dun, dun.
One has to wonder where those rainbow streams go. Since when did Rarity like coolness? Shouldn't Rainbow Dash be wearing her 20% cooler glasses if Rarity is wearing some? Also, I see a fight happening between Rarity and Dash between who is cooler. Rainbow's cutie mark on her mailbox is upside down. Before to talk, Pinkie Pie smiles, so she can't be so worried after all. Rainbow Dash has different pose between one shot to the next. Book Horse has nothing to say about Pinkie standing on her book. Rainbow Dash's left wing isn't moving, but she is flying straight anyway. Rainbow Dash's left wing isn't moving, but she is flying straight aneway. Rainbow Dash's left wing isn't moving, but she is flying straight anyway.
This person spammed them, didn't they?
I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure I sent it in the correct episode. Was that a corkscrew sound? Who is drinking? Pinkie Pie hugs Rainbow Dash with the secret intent of strangling her. Sound waves. How do they work? Everything behind Pinkie Pie should not look like a strong wind is pushing it.
Do you think she heard me?
Of course she heard you. So did everyone else in these mountains. Pinkie Pie's voice through the megaphone is loud enough to move the mountains and trees. However, this is only possible if the sound has lots of bass, which Pinkie's voice has none of whatsoever. Where was Pinkie hiding that megaphone? It's as big as her. Jello Mountains. If the Wonderbolts Academy is run entirely by Pegasi, then why is it built on the top of a rocky mountain rather than a cloud? The Academy is in the middle of nowhere. Also, it's located in a little high place. It's very unsafe if some pony fainted or the ground is falling apart. That signal with wrong perspective. Orange Swirl and that other one are in two places at the same time. This pony, the palette is terrible. This does not properly mimic a military setting, which I know this episode is trying to do. In real life, the commanding officer would be yelling so loudly that their voice would be clipping 1,000,000 decibels over. Also, the ponies in line are conversing amongst each other when they should be standing completely still in the pony equivalent of parade rest. A real commanding officer in the military would be 20 times as intimidating as this. Frankly, if this scares the ponies, who knows how they would react to a real drill sergeant? Either Spitfire has brain damage and cannot remember the events of the Young Flyers competition, or this is actually Spitfire's twin sister. That is not how you were supposed to respond to your commanding officer, as is demonstrated by Jake the Army Guy in Fob Equestria's video. Okay, Rainbow Dash's answer was at least reasonable, but Lightning Dust would get her tail whooped if she responded like that to an actual commanding officer.
These must be military bronies.
Everything Spitfire has done so far shows she is the complete opposite of qualified for this kind of position. Cut to any of the reactions of the Fob Equestria version of Military Bronies React. There's a drill instructor that has the best reaction, but there's a lot of cursing. I don't know how to explain this in. Just watch my clip.
Give me fuel. Give me that which I desire.
You can use it as a sin, or, if you want, as the final clip of the episode. You can do everything you want with it. Just say it's mine. Somewhere out there is a... Why does Spitfire go? Isn't there another candidate that's still flying for 500 laps? The animation loops. Different animation between shot. Also, what the purpose for getting the second clap? Different background at the second time that Pinky checks the mailbox. Pinky has bipolar. Animation error. The bigger light poles has a smaller light poles with a different color. Spitfire. The Wonderbolts are the fastest, best flyers in the world. Spitfire using world instead of Equestria. Dizatron. Robot in disguise. The purple and green lines make no sense when the pony is in the slot because the pony can't see the spiral. It is probably to persuade you that it makes the ponies dizzy. The Dizatron looks like it would make a great amusement park ride. It would be pretty rare for a pony to successfully get out of the Dizatron at a stop rate like that. Also, at that speed, brakes couldn't stop it that fast due to momentum. This Pegasus was later found to have suffered road rash. Cloud Chaser and Sunnyflower switch places. Just hold that pose, Lightning Dust. I've seen some weird signatures in my time, but nothing compares to this.
Permission to enter, ma'am.
Actually, she has just entered. Strawberry Cinnamon Cilantro Salutations. When Lightning Dust flies up the mountain, for a split second she has a different cutie mark.
A care package it is!
Care package incoming. Before 1333, Mailbox turns around in opposite direction. What purpose does a pink cloud serve? It might make sense to color code them for different purposes, but they don't seem to do anything that distinguishes them from regular clouds. Rainbow Dash has an incorrect eye color. Rainbow and Lightning's wings appear to clip around their uniforms. It takes more than 100 ponies to make a tornado, yet it only needs 2 pony.
I can't control it!
Of course you can't control it. Tornadoes are uncontrollable, dumb E. Isn't it canon that only Pegasus can walk, stand, etc. on clouds, or am I mistaken? Every pony in this scene, except Fluttershy, are unicorn or earth pony, so how didn't they fall through the clouds? If the spell lasts forever, why Rarity can stand on clouds? Rainbow Dash catches Twilight, Rarity, Applejack, and Pinky on a cloud, even though only Pegasi ponies can walk on clouds. Rainbow Dash has no goggles and her clothes are gone.
Everyone says that one.
Smashed to pieces!
Smashed to pieces, because getting killed is for grown-up shows.
Lightning Dust decided to use a tornado.
Spitfire didn't notice that? That moment you realize you just did something you're going to regret for the rest of your life. Spitfire had plenty of time to catch up with RD, as she could have simply yelled out her name right in Spitfire's office. Instead, she doesn't catch up until RD is ready to leave and at the edge of the academy.
How dare you storm out of my office?
How dare Rainbow Dash? How dare Rainbow Dash? How dare Rainbow Dash? How dare Spitfire allow cheating and dishonesty to the point that 5 civilians almost lost their lives, and now Spitfire just blamed...
Oh, they really aren't at it.
I quit.
Nope.
Just read the
Yeah,
subtitle.
never mind.
All of these ponies don't know how to do
Not gonna
so.
do that.
Rainbow Dash has no wing pony. Applejack bites halfway through the apple and there's no core. Looks like Trixie got her wish after all. Now, about the peel. Glowstone equals Lightning Dust. Glowstone comes from hell. So, if a pony was named after it... Remember, this abomination of a sins video is because of viewers like you. Naturally, I'm counting on you guys to sin this video.
Yeah. Alright, so some of those were funny. A lot of it really was the same as what he was saying, just in different ways. I kind of agree with him in the sense that when she compresses the clouds down, it made it maybe not solid, but a little more dense for them to be able to support it at least long enough for her to fire them back up into the air. I don't know, I'm not sure. That's the way that I always thought of it, as it were, but apparently a lot of people keep saying it's like, because they're clearly compressing it down to make it denser, I guess, but a lot of people apparently refuse that and just say, no, it's still a cloud they should fall through. It's like, well, it's equestrian magic, logic, whatever, just same with Pinkie Pie. Why question it? I don't know why you question it, because then we wouldn't have videos like this one, but... Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed those, and I'm just going to end this one here. Until next time, take care. Bye.